Next is buoyancy. So already we have seen in the last class, when you immerse an object inside a liquid, it will create an upward force. When you immerse it partially or when you immerse it fully, it will create an upward force. Because we also know that pressure is more at the bottom of the liquid and less at the top of the liquid. Yes or no, children? As you move up, the pressure decreases. As you go down, the pressure increases, or that we saw in atmospheric pressure also. So now already would have experienced this. Take a football or any ball, you are pushing inside a bucket of water. So as you push, it will go inside, but when you leave it up, you can experience a force which is making the ball to come outside. So that force which makes the ball to come upward, we call it as buoyant force. Is it clear? Because the pressure at the bottom is very very high, which makes the object to come upward, that we call it as buoyant force. Okay, next is this Cartesian driver. So this experiment will demonstrate the idea of this buoyancy. So here you have to take a pen cap which is fixed in a clay. Okay, initially what happens, you have to put that inside the water so that half of the bottle is filled, remaining half is empty, which is filled with air. So initially this Cartesian diver will float on the water. As you compress the bottle, by pressing the water bottle, what happens, the water level will be raised. Yes or no? As generally in a water bottle, half of the bottle is filled, and when you are pressing means the level will be increasing. No, the same way if you are pressing the bottle, the Cartesian diver will go inside. Is it clear? That is, thus it increases the average density of the diver and it will be sinking. Okay. Next is this, you all got initially this Cartesian diver will float, whose density is less. As you press the water bottle, the density will be increased and it will be sinking inside the water. Okay ma? Next is Archimedes principle. So this is after the scientist Archimedes, this principle was introduced by him. So when he was taking bath, you all know this story I guess. When he was taking bath inside a tub full of water, when he entered inside the water started to come out. So then he ran outside shouting out the town like, "Eureka, Eureka, I have found something," like sounding, giving with an exclamation, he was running. Then he found that his principle states that a body immersed in a fluid, okay, a vertical upward buoyant force is equal to the weight of the fluid it displaces. Take a bucket ma, take a full completely filled bucket of water, throw a big stone inside that, some water will be coming out because that stone is occupying some space inside the bucket. The remaining water, it is coming out. That is the simple idea. So you can see this experiment. You have to take a beaker of water, then you have to tie a stone, you have to immerse the stone inside the water. The excess of water will be collected this side. Then you can say the volume occupied by the stone inside water, it is equal to the water displaced, that is which is collected this side. It is as simple as that. If you are taking a bigger size football size ko or iron ball எடுக்குறீங்கன்னா அந்த பால் உள்ள immerse பண்ணும்போது அந்த ball will be occupying some volume. So that volume will be equal to எவ்வளோ தண்ணி வெளியில் வந்திருக்கும் இல்லையா, கண்டிப்பாக அந்த தண்ணிக்கு ஈக்குவலாக தான் அந்த வால்யூம் இருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. புரியுதா? How to calculate? So that we call it as upthrust. And the water வெளியில் வருது இல்லைங்களா, that we call it as upthrust. So weight of the fluid displaced is equal to apparent loss of weight of the body. ஸோ நம்ம பாடியோட வெயிட் உள்ளே எவ்வளோ இருக்கோ அவ்வளோ வாட்டர் தான் வெளியே வந்திருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. ஃப்ளூயிட் டிஸ்பிளேஸ் தான் என்னதுமா, வெளியில் வந்திருக்கிறதுன்னு அர்த்தம். தென் apparent weight of the object எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம்னா, true weight of an object in air. ஸோ weight of the object in air, that is முன்னாடியே மெஷர் பண்ணியிருக்கணும், மைனஸ் அப்த்ரஸ்ட்னா என்னது, weight of the water displaced பண்ணிங்கன்னா உங்களுடைய apparent weight, actual weight என்னன்றது கண்டுபிடிச்சிடலாம் உள்ள தண்ணி உள்ளே இருக்கும் பொழுது. Then finally loss of flotation. So this loss of flotation, two laws we have. The weight of the floating body in a fluid For example, you can imagine a ship. ஸோ ஒரு ஃப்ளோட்டிங் பாடிங்கிறது ஷிப். அதோட வெயிட் எப்படி இருக்கும்னா இட் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு த வெயிட் ஆஃப் த ஃப்ளூயிட் டிஸ்பிளேஸ்டு. அதே மாதிரி தான் ஃப்ளூயிட் டிஸ்பிளேஸ்டு. அந்த ஷிப் அந்த இடத்துல தண்ணியில் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா கொஞ்சம் தண்ணியை வந்து வால்யூம் ஆஃப் த வாட்டரை கொஞ்சம் ஆக்குப்பை பண்ணியிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? ஸோ அந்த வால்யூம்க்கு ஈக்குவலாக தான் அந்த வெயிட் ஆஃப் த ஃப்ளோட்டிங் பாடி இருக்கும்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. சேம் ஆஸ் தட் ஆஃப் தி ஆர்கிமெடிஸ் பிரின்சிபல். Second point, the center of gravity of the floating body and the center of buoyancy, they are all in the same vertical line. Center of buoyancy and the gravity, they are on the same line. Now the point through which the force of buoyancy is supposed to act, we call it as center of buoyancy. So எந்த பாயிண்டில் அந்த buoyant force act ஆகுதோ, that is the upward force or upthrust which is acting, we call it as center of buoyancy. Is it clear? So let us summarize. So we saw Pascal's law. Pascal's law, what did we discussed? So completely filled containerல ஒரு incompressible liquid எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்க. அதை வந்து பிஸ்டன் வச்சு நீங்கள் ப்ரெஸ் பண்ணும்பொழுது the pressure will be equally distributed. அப்போ அந்த ஹோல்ஸ்லேருந்து ஒரே ஃபோர்ஸில் தான் தண்ணி வெளியில் வரும். அதுதான் Pascal's law. And then density, the density we saw mass by volume. With kerosene and water we discussed. And then relative density. Relative na we are relating the density with water. Okay. And then pycnometer. How to you measure this relative density using pycnometer. And then we saw two applications in that. One is hydrometer. The other one is the lactometer for floating and sinking. Then buoyancy and Archimedes principle and laws of flotation. Laws of flotation is very important ma. Okay. So by this we are completing this lesson. The next class will start with a new lesson in biology instead of chemistry, because after completing one lesson in biology we will go to the chemistry part. Is it clear? Complete your classwork. So today you are given classwork as your writing homework. So you don't have any writing homework from today's teaching part. You are having only reading homework from today's teaching part. So writing homework will be given for your classwork. So classwork we are going to write the first lesson. Okay, so follow the instructions. Watch the video which is given for your writing classwork video. Completely watch the instructions, and then I have sent the PDF file. Write as it is whatever I have given in that PDF file. Just copy it in your classwork neatly. Draw lines each and every answer. Is it clear? So today that will be your homework. Your homework is completing your classwork and sending the photo of that. So in this lesson, just now we completed this lesson fluids. You are having only reading homework. You have to just read and see the answers. After completing your homework you can read and see that. But the main homework is to complete your classwork for first lesson, for which I have sent the notes in PDF file. Is it clear? Write neatly, or otherwise I will make you to write again. Is it clear? Thank you children. Write neatly and send the photo of all your assignments. It is your classwork. Thank you ma.